Hey, what's up, guys? This is First Attempt Weightlifting. I'm Aaron Adams, and here with me is John Filippini.
What up?
Hey, remember to email us, guys. We love having your videos at FirstAttemptWeightlifting.com or gmail.com. Sorry, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share all of our stuff on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is that we're on, YouTube, etc. And now what we're gonna look at Liz and her 70-kilo clean and jerk. Liz comes to us from somewhere around in Maryland. I'm not really sure where she's at. I do know she works for a brewing company, which is a super fun job. But we're gonna check out what she does in her clean and jerks. All right? Nice, get up. All right, so what are your first thoughts here, John?
Generally speaking, I mean, the first thing, I'm just going to fast forward here. Preview for later, this rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, her jerk is not her problem.
No.
We're going to come back to that and talk about why it's awesome in a bit, but let's go back to the clean, which I think is where there's a little bit more work to be done here. So we got her setting up here. As she sets up her clean, first thing you notice, as she pulls off the ground, you can see that those shoulders, right about here, if you look at that, the shoulder is definitely just still rounded forward.
Yep.
It never gets retracted.
Yeah, she loses tightness right off the ground. You can see it. It's like the weight is pulling her. And the issue with that is that it can eventually pull you forward when that weight gets a little too heavy if you can't hold those chest and shoulders back.
Which, I mean, she's real strong because she's actually holding a fairly good position as we pull back up to the knee here. She's got to this position. The feet are still flat on the ground.
Beautiful.
You know, as you got the feet are flat on the ground. She's got the shins are vertical here. This position I like a lot. And generally speaking, her back is still flat. She's got a good position here.
Yeah, her angle off the floor I'm really impressed with too.
Totally. She starts to have a little bit of consequences here.
Right there. You see those shoulders? Here, rewind that back. Let me highlight this with a little circle so everybody can see. Watch these shoulders right in here. Burp. See it start to pull back? That's when she's trying to get back into position that she lost off the ground.
And you can see a little bit of arm bend going on there too.
Yep.
And one of the things I'd wonder about this as she's pulling, because her shoulders, she's trying to shrug them back, but she's really getting this more like elevation upward.
Right,
with
like
this,
she's pre-shrugging almost.
That with the arm position, I think she's still got that little bit of like up and forward with the shoulders. I don't know if this is true or not, but I'd be curious to find out if she ever has any kind of shoulder pain, because I'm betting a good, scarecrow shoulders back locked in position.
Yeah.
I'd bet that's kind of hard for her to do even from a neutral position.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that sleeper stretch that I always show everyone, laying on your side and pushing that arm down, that'd probably be perfect for her.
Which, by the way, just full disclaimer, the sleeper stretch tends to be one. Definitely go see somebody, a qualified coach or a physical therapist before doing that one. It can be a little dangerous, put a little bit of pressure on yourself without realizing it, but it is a fantastic tool if you know how to use it.
Right.
So we're going to go forward, and I feel like she goes through this position, and honestly, she's got pretty good extension, but I'd say she's still, because of that bar, the rolled forward shoulders, she kicks it forward a little bit more than I'd like to see.
Yeah, and I tend to look at this upper back area when she's pulling. I really want her shoulders to be retracted back that way, and they're really not. When I see...
No, totally not.
Right here, you can see her back, the top of her back, is like vertical. And I want a little bit more of an arch there, like that.
Right, because what you're actually getting here is that if we clear that all out, what you're actually looking at is, see if I can do this, her shoulders, in my opinion, her upper back kind of looks like it has this curve to it. Her upper back might be straight like you were talking about, but it rolls down as you get to the bottom of the rib cage.
Yep.
And that position I never want to see. I want to see that straight, maybe a little bit extended like you were talking about, but definitely not rolled forward like it is.
Yeah. Now let's look at her getting under this bar. Look at that receiving position.
That's amazing right here.
Beautiful.
The only thing I look at a little bit is that I'd be curious as far as your hips, and I mean, honestly, plenty of very competitive lifters do this, but depending on her goals, it might be something to watch out for your kind of average person. She's clearly moving some good weights, but for your general fitness goer, is the fact that I'm looking at her knees being kind of caved in and forward.
Yep.
She's not I usually say I want the knees, the thigh, the calf stacked over the foot.
Right.
That's a good, safe, ergonomic position. Not that champion weightlifters don't do that, because honestly, you can get a little lower under the bar if you don't.
Right.
But
I used to do the same thing all the time.
Oh, you totally
And
do.
I pay dividends for it now because of my hips. So.
Yeah, but you were going world teams and things like that. It's totally cost-benefit analysis paid out.
Yeah, it was worth it at the time.
So,
all right,
go
let's
ahead.
keep going through this. I want to see the rest of this. Now, standing up with that looked really hard to me.
Yeah.
A lot harder than it should have. I would say she needs to hit that front squat rack a little bit more.
Totally.
Now let's watch this jerk. I'm just so impressed with this, and I want to highlight this before we go. Dip is beautiful. Coming down, that foot position is textbook.
One of the best things about this, in my opinion, if I draw a straight line down through her hands, through her arms, back to that back knee, she's basically fully stacked. And I'm curious now, if I were to take, because this is right back behind her hips, if I reverse this, I didn't do this before the start, this is again, she's where she starts, so she's got the dip and drive, right centered. This is where she starts and where she ends. It's great position. The bar stayed behind that line the whole time.
Yep. I mean,
really
you could make a point that she like shifts forward a little bit, but I'm not arguing with that.
It's not worth being stressed about.
No, not at all. I mean, that's just so pretty. The recovery, front foot comes right in. Look
and
at
the
that.
bar pushes straight up. She's not pushing back. She pushes straight up.
Look at
with
that
line.
Boom. Back leg comes to meet it. Textbook. I mean,
Nice.
Beautiful lift there. I would just say work on some of the stuff with that upper back, keeping those shoulders pulled back. Other than that, I think it's a great job.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Liz.
Yeah, appreciate it. All right, and don't forget, we're First Attempt Weightlifting. John Filippini and Aaron Adams. You guys can always email us at firstattemptweightlifting@gmail.com. And please like, share, and get every single thing you can do to help us do better. Please do it.
All right. We appreciate it. Take care, guys.